Qui est Eloi Relange et bien sûr Malcolm Pein qui est vice-président de l'European Chess Union. Je vais laisser la parole à monsieur Manuel Aeschlimann, maire d'Asnières, suivi de Marido et des présidents. Merci.
Merci, cher Frédéric Sitbon, qui est un formidable traducteur, mais qui est aussi maire adjoint dans notre équipe, voilà, et joueur d'échecs, par ailleurs, ça ne gâche rien. Monsieur le vice-président de la Fédération européenne, monsieur le président de la Fédération française, madame la sénatrice, mesdames et messieurs, je serai bref parce que l'important c'est que vous puissiez effectivement participer à cette conférence et entendre toutes les bonnes idées qui vont y être évoquées et débattues. Je salue Jean-Claude Moins qui est l'organisateur de cet événement avec toute son équipe et effectivement, je ne sais pas pourquoi Marido me regarde comme ça, parce qu'elle me regarde comme ça, ah oui.
Faut que je traduise.
Ah oui, oui. Non,
So,
merci Marido.
Mr. Mayor, say hello to everyone.
traduction.
Mr. Mayor, say hello to everyone, to all participants and of course all president and Manuel Aeschlimann. Vas-y Manuel, tu peux continuer.
Ah, bah, la traduction était beaucoup plus courte que ce que j'ai dit. Bon, c'est bien.
Non, mais...
Donc, je salue également, je remercie Marido toujours de me rappeler à l'ordre avec des regards adaptés pour me montrer que je parle trop vite. Voilà. Je salue aussi parmi nous évidemment les personnalités, au premier rang desquelles la championne du monde Alexandra Kosteniuk, qu'on peut applaudir très fort.
You can applause Alexandra Kosteniuk, which is a World Championship.
Et le grand maître international, Pavel Trégoubov, ici présent également.
And also the Grand Master, who is here with us.
Alors, je sais que le thème que vous allez développer dans cette conférence est très riche et très vaste. Pour ma part, c'est vrai que le lien entre entreprise et jeu d'échecs, c'est quelque chose que j'essaye de pratiquer depuis longtemps.
So it's a great pleasure for me to be here, and it's clear for me the link between companies and chess is for me very important for a long time.
Alors je le fais à mon humble niveau évidemment de joueur d'échecs amateur.
In my level, I do it. I'm like amateur. I disagree, by the way. He's a very good player.
Ça dépend des jours. Mais je le fais surtout naturellement dans ma gestion, notamment du personnel et de la mairie d'Asnières, qui a à peu près quand même 1500 employés, ce qui n'est pas rien en termes d'entreprise, entre guillemets.
He's doing this also as a business owner, as a mayor, and with all the people around the city hall, which are 1,500.
Et je le fais aussi dans mon cabinet d'avocat, puisque c'est important aussi que dans ce domaine professionnel et juridique, on puisse avoir une approche qui s'apparente à ce qu'on peut vivre quand on joue aux échecs, et je vais en dire un mot après.
And he's also doing chess not only with the cities, but also in his own, because Mr. Mayor is also a layer, so in his company, he's making the play with the player in his own company.
Alors c'est sûr que quand on regarde effectivement toutes les qualités du joueur d'échecs en regard de la vie d'entreprise, on voit notamment le pouvoir d'anticipation, voir les coups à l'avance, la concentration, etc. Ça, je ne vais pas revenir dessus parce qu'on l'a tous plus ou moins et parfois c'est pas naturel.
When we see all the players who anticipate in chess, it will not come back to this, but we all know that.
En revanche, il y a quelque chose qu'on peut tous avoir, quel que soit son niveau, je pense, c'est cette capacité d'analyser.
But analysis capacity is a great thing to make in terms of focus.
Et notamment la capacité d'analyser après les parties, parce qu'évidemment, quand on joue, on analyse en cours et on s'adapte à la stratégie de l'adversaire.
And so analyze after have played the chess, the chess tournament.
Mais moi, ce qui m'a toujours marqué dans les tournois auxquels j'ai pu participer, il y a quelques années, même en tant que jeune joueur, en même temps que Jean-Claude Moins, puisqu'on participait au même tournoi à l'époque, hein, donc ça ne nous rajeunit pas.
But I've seen that, by the way, from my side with Jean-Claude Moins, who was a young player with me when we were young together.
C'était à chaque fin de partie la capacité qu'on avait à nous retrouver avec les joueurs et aller analyser la partie pour regarder les fautes commises et la façon de s'améliorer.
It was a capacity to analyze, the play, the chess play, and also to see how does it go, how it has been played.
Et donc, sans être plus long que ça, ce que je voudrais vraiment mettre en avant, c'est ça. C'est la capacité d'analyser après coup pour retenir de ses fautes, de ses erreurs et regarder comment améliorer le jeu la fois suivante.
What I want to say is, in terms of focus, is to analyze and to see what will come just after in terms of actions, thanks to chess.
C'est d'ailleurs ce que l'on a fait avec Marido en 2008, quand on a perdu les élections municipales à Asnières.
This is exactly what we have done with Manuel Aeschlimann when we lost, the elections in 2008.
Alors donc on a bien analysé tout ça.
We have clearly made a great analysis of that.
Et on est revenu et on a gagné en 2014.
And we were back, and now we're here since 2014.
Finalement, les choses sont simples. Merci et bonne conférence.
Everything is simple, and thank you for the conference.
Bonjour, bienvenue à chacune et à chacun. Je suis très heureuse d'être parmi vous pour ce lancement de cette conférence sur les échecs et l'entreprise et les atomes crochus entre ces deux univers.
Welcome to everyone. I'm very, very proud to be here with all companies and private cities also.
Peut-être ajouter quelques mots à ce qui a été excellemment dit par Manuel en ma qualité de sénatrice.
Few
également.
words after Manuel said as a quality of senator.
Je voudrais dire d'abord que c'est bien connu, la ville d'Asnières est la ville des échecs, je ne dirais pas la capitale des échecs, mais la ville des échecs. En tout cas, en Île-de-France, nous avons construit une place forte pour les échecs et avec les joueurs d'échecs.
First of all, in the region of Île-de-France, I have known a lot in terms of chess, and we have built everything around chess. And Asnières is a city of chess, by the way.
Sous l'égide de Manuel, qui, vous l'avez compris, est un grand passionné du jeu d'échecs, nous avons développé le jeu d'échecs dans les écoles et dans les accueils de loisirs. Et puis, nous accueillons aussi énormément d'événements autour du jeu d'échecs, sous l'égide de notre club local présidé par Jean-Claude Moins et avec de grandes personnalités, de grands maîtres internationaux et des grands joueurs qui nous font l'amitié et l'honneur de participer à ce club.
And with Manuel, we've developed a lot of chess around the cities, including school. And in all school, we have great events for students, but for events also inside the cities. And with the Grand Échiquier Association, we have worked to create that. With Jean-Claude Moins, it is a great pleasure to continue in this way.
Je disais que nous organisons de nombreux événements. L'an dernier, dans le cadre des cérémonies des Jeux olympiques et paralympiques, avec le soutien du président et de la Fédération des échecs de France, nous avons accueilli le centenaire de la Fédération internationale du jeu d'échecs au château d'Asnières.
The 100 years, anniversary for the French Federation. We have, with the French Federation, we have welcomed them in Asnières during the Olympic Games last year, and it was a great success.
Et je voudrais donc saluer tout le travail qui est accompli par Eloi Relange, son président, et souhaiter la bienvenue aussi au vice-président de la European Chess Union, qui nous fait l'amitié et le plaisir d'être présent aussi aujourd'hui.
I want also to congratulate Eloi Relange, which is president of French Chess Federation, and also Malcolm Pein, vice president of the European Chess Union.
Bien sûr, je salue Chess Queen, moi aussi, et Pavel, qui nous font l'amitié d'être présents et toujours à nos côtés pour tous les événements que nous organisons. Je voudrais vous dire un mot de ce lien entre les échecs et les entreprises et le rapporter un peu à mon activité de parlementaire aujourd'hui. Manuel le disait, il y a beaucoup de liens entre le jeu d'échecs et l'entreprise, cette capacité d'analyser, mais aussi d'anticiper et parfois d'avancer en zone d'incertitude.
So I wanted also to say hello to Alexandra Kosteniuk and also the Grandmaster Pavel Tregubov, who are in the room. And by the way, I wanted to say that there is a big link between companies and chess, and I wanted to talk about that with you. Sorry.
Donc je disais capacité d'analyser, d'avancer en zone d'incertitude et de faire de la stratégie. Ça, tu l'as pas dit.
It allows us to analyze and also to make strategies around chess, thanks to chess.
Et on pense souvent au jeu d'échecs, au joueur d'échecs qui est seul devant l'échiquier face à son adversaire et qui est en train d'essayer de voir comment il va pouvoir l'anéantir.
And we think about the chess player who is in front of his chess board and to analyze how he will win, by the way.
Mais le jeu d'échecs, c'est aussi un jeu collectif, notamment dans le cadre des compétitions par équipe. Et nous le voyons souvent quand Jean-Claude nous fait des débriefings de notre équipe agnéroise sur les différentes compétitions auxquelles vous participez. On voit comment il y a aussi une vraie synergie et un vrai soutien mutuel entre les joueurs et que chacun complète l'action de l'autre et que finalement, comme en entreprise, le jeu d'échecs, c'est un jeu qui est aussi collectif.
And so chess is also a teamwork like we have in Asnières-sur-Seine with Grand Échiquier and also with the team in Asnières-sur-Seine. And it's like companies, where companies have a great team. You will have a team in companies to make a great work all together. This is what chess also can bring like companies.
Le jeu d'échecs, c'est une école d'exigence, une école de performance et c'est une école aussi tout court. Et on sait que jouer aux échecs aide les enfants, les élèves en tout cas, à réussir sur un plan scolaire. Mais ça permet aussi aux joueurs d'échecs qui sont à la tête d'entreprises ou en tout cas d'activités, on va dire, sur un champ concurrentiel, et bien sans doute d'être plus performants dans leur business.
Okay, and also, so chess is very strong in terms of. Tu peux répéter ce que tu veux dire sur les écoles?
Sur les écoles, ça aide les élèves à être meilleurs sur un plan scolaire.
It helps students to be better thanks to chess, and also it's then what you said in French.
Mais aussi pour les chefs d'entreprise, ça permet aux chefs d'entreprise d'être plus performants et c'est bon pour le business.
But also for CEOs and companies members to be more performant thanks to chess analysis. Yes.
Donc pour terminer, c'est vrai que c'est bien de sortir le jeu d'échecs du champ purement sportif parce que c'est un sport, donc c'est exigeant, mais de montrer comment le jeu d'échecs peut apporter à la société et comment le jeu d'échecs peut apporter à l'économie aussi.
So to conclude, it's to say that how chess can bring to the society, but also to the companies.
Et je voudrais faire une proposition parce que vous avez pu remarquer qu'en ce moment c'est un peu le bordel au Parlement, mais plutôt à l'Assemblée nationale. Peut-être qu'ils auraient besoin de petits cours d'échecs pour préparer le budget 2026 pour la France.
So we'd like to make a proposal because at this time it's a hell in Assemblée nationale, but not in Senate. So how to make the budget now?
Et c'est vrai qu'on voit que c'est vraiment des qualités qui sont importantes et qui ont besoin de se retrouver dans chaque individu, mais aussi dans chaque collectif. Et donc, si on pouvait partager un peu plus amplement les qualités de cette belle discipline, eh bien, il y aurait du positif pour tout le monde. Merci, je vous souhaite une bonne conférence.
All this quality has to be made thanks to chess, and I wish you a great conference. Thank you very much to everyone. Thank you. Do we do it in English?
We can. I didn't realize I would have prepared something in French as well. But it's a great pleasure to be here in the beautiful surroundings of Asnières, in this beautiful building for the conference and the European Corporate Championship. A lot of people are going to talk about chess and the connections with business, so I'm not going to talk about that. I was going to say that it would be nice to have something about chess and politicians, because you're right, politicians need to be acting a little bit more like chess players at the moment. And not just here, by the way, in England, as in the UK also. C'est le même problème. Partout. Yeah, but I particularly wanted to thank you and Mr. Mayor for what you've done in Asnières, for creating an environment which supports chess, which popularizes chess, but above all, which respects chess. That, for me, on behalf of the European Chess Union, and I think all chess players, we thank you, because this is an example, Asnières, which I always talk to, when I talk to other people in local government in the UK, I give Asnières as an example of what can be achieved with chess in an entire town and city. So thank you very much on behalf of all of us for that. Now, we're going to talk about the connections between chess and business, but sometimes in business, you can just use the game itself. And I just wanted to describe one little story from business, which involves chess. And it's quite relevant because one of the teams which is playing in the competition, Google DeepMind, one of the great artificial intelligence companies of our era, has a co-founder, Demis Hassabis, who's a very strong chess player. He was a junior chess prodigy. And he came up with the idea of creating the company DeepMind, and obviously he needed money. And he was looking to find some funders. And back in 2010, he managed to get invited to the mansion, the huge villa in California with Peter Thiel. And he was thinking, how am I going to get money from Peter Thiel for my idea? Because, and he describes this lovely English expression, every man and his dog is going to be trying to get money from Peter Thiel. So how can I differentiate myself? How can I be different? How can I interest Peter Thiel in my idea? And then he discovered that as a junior, as a child, Peter Thiel played chess. So he thought, okay, that's it. I've got 1 minute with Peter Thiel. I won't talk about DeepMind, I'll talk about chess. And so he went to Peter Thiel and he said, oh, we share a passion in chess. And what is it that makes chess great? Well, one of the things that makes chess great is the fact that you have a bishop and a knight, completely different pieces, but with the same value. And this creates tension, creative tension. And they had a discussion about the bishop and the knight, and you know what? He got the money. And from that, he created this incredible company, DeepMind, which we know created, for example, AlphaFold, which has discovered how to map the structure of proteins, which is going to help medical research and potentially save hundreds of millions of lives. And also, we know that they created AlphaZero. And I do hope that the team from Google DeepMind has not brought AlphaZero with them, because otherwise it will be a very short competition. But I think Demis has said to me that actually he's closed AlphaZero. It's too good. No one should be allowed to play with it anymore because it will just ruin the game of chess. So I don't think we'll be seeing it here. So again, thank you very much to everyone involved in the competition, the Grand Échiquier and Jean-Claude, the city of Asnières, and of course the French Chess Federation. On behalf of the European Chess Union, I'd like to welcome you to this great event, and to all the players, good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Malcolm. Bonjour à toutes, bonjour à tous. In English? Jean-Claude will translate.
It will be better English. Do you want me to translate ou tu peux parler anglais?
So first, of course, I want to thank a lot Mr. Manuel Aeschlimann, Mayor of the city, Manuel Aeschlimann, Senator, for the whole help that they provide to chess for many, many years now. So not only the chess club, but also in schools in Asnières, also some streets in Asnières have the chess names. So it's a, let's say, a full package, to speak like a company, that they deliver to chess. And they are also hosting, not the least, the French Chess Federation. And thank you very much for that. We feel very good here in your city, and in the castle of Asnières. So it's really a high pleasure. Of course, I would like to thank as well Malcolm and the ECU for giving French Chess Federation the opportunity to be associated to this wonderful event, seminar plus corporate European Championship, which is a great event by all means. And of course, a special thanks, I think we can applaud him, to the coordinator, president of Asnières Chess Club, Jean-Claude Moins. With Jean-Claude, we are sure that we will get something amazing, not always what we expect, with surprise, but always for the best. So thank you very much, Jean-Claude, for what you are doing for chess. In addition to what Manuel, Marido, and Malcolm said, I have another point of view for chess and companies, because, you know, for now, there is some issue in the society that we have screens, we think about ourselves more than before, we don't communicate with others. So we are very restricted to our own personality, more and more, with phones, with screens, with everything. So it's a disease for the whole society. And it's a disease for the companies as well, because a company is based on people working together in the company, but also outside the company. And what is wonderful with chess is that it connects people. So not only the top manager, not only with Peter Thiel, but also just together as chess players, chess passionate. So in your, I have two messages to say in this idea. First, if you are in a company, go to create a chess club, find other chess players and spend time with them. It's really a good thing for the whole company, for you, and for chess as well. So it's always good to be good for chess. And as a manager of the company, as a top leader of the company, you can make even more. You can make a company friendly to chess, company with high connection to chess. You can get some sponsorship for players. We have a team of young players that are very, very good. French team, of course. They are playing now in European Championship with very good chances of medals. So we are making good sportive things. But you can also make some specific events, some specific athletes, and also the Chess Federation. And if you are interested, we can connect, we can speak about that, and we will make a charity event based on chess, because we think it's time to make a great chess event with all forces included in this charity event. So thank you, Marido, thank you, Manuel, thanks a lot, thank you, everyone, and meet you.
Thank you, everyone. You can go. I let you go. Again, thank you very much. It's a great pleasure to have you there. Okay, I will finish that as a moderator to thank you all for that. Before the conference we'll let you go in terms of time, I just want to have in 5 minutes, first of all, again, to welcome you in Asnières-sur-Seine as the Deputy Mayor of Economic Development, by the way. I just wanted, so you have seen with what we have seen in terms of speech, that Asnières is a city of chess, but not only. Asnières is a great city, is in strong progression. As a deputy mayor of economic development, I can tell you, and you have some leaflet for it's free. You can take it as a company. If you are a company, you can take that. It's free. Asnières is the third city of Department of Haute-Seine after Boulogne and Nanterre, which is in strong progression. We have the metro, we have the tramway, we have the train. 5 minutes from Paris, 6 minutes from La Défense, so we have everything in place to make that happen. And by the way, as Eloi told you, we have lots of streets in Asnières because Manuel Aeschlimann, our mayor, loves chess. He's not a grandmaster, but not far away for me. So we have, street like, Maxime Vachier-Lagrave Park, Alexandra Kosovniuk, which is its street. We were with you into your street inauguration. We have the Allée du Roi, so King Alley. We have Jardin du Grand Échiquier, grand chess. So it's an exhaustive list, but we have lots and lots of different streets linked to chess. And by the way, like Marido said, we have developing chess in our school. Chess boards are present in most of our parks through the cities. And the event is so successful this year because of Song and Times that we are here in 2 rooms. The first room is here, so it's a wedding rooms. By the way, Asnières Town Hall is the 4th beautiful town hall of France. I can tell you that. So we'll have 2 rooms. The first room is a wedding room. We are here for the conference. And we have also in Rue de la Concorde, just next to here, the Espace de l'Age, Espace Concorde, where all the tournament will be because we have so many companies now that we have to be bigger than last year. So I just wanted also to thank everyone, to thank of course Jean-Claude Le Grand Échiquier, but also thank you to Malcolm Pein, Vice President of the European Chess Union. Thank you to Eloi Relange, President of the French Chess Federation, but also to Etienne Mensch, who is the realizator of that. So Etienne, thank you very much. He's just behind me. And also all the services of the city where nothing should be possible. So thank you very much for all of that. So this to finish, just to tell you that we have this year 54 companies from 14 European countries, which is a great thing. Second, we have a great agenda. So first of all, we have the different conferences. I will tell you in a few seconds. But we have world star. Like Veselin Topalov, former world champion. We have Laurent Fressinet, Marc-Andrea Morizzi, Igor Kovalenko, and many more. So we have lots of different famous people here. So we can applaud them, by the way. We're on streaming at this time, and the commentary will be provided by our former world champion Alexandra, who is here. She will provide commentary, and with the Grandmaster Pavel. So Pavel and Alexandra, you will make the commentary during the streaming, during the tournament. And also, in terms of the conference program, we have a great conference, by the way, this morning. So we'll open by chess for high performance. So I will move the screen to present you first of all. Okay, so the chess for high performance. So it will be now. So presented by Ilker Pazarcioglu, which is member of Education Commission for FIDE. Where is he? We can applaud to him. And then, after your conference, I will be able to present other people. We will have in 15 minutes after Olivier Roux, CEO of OCTO. Where is Olivier? So can applaud him also. We'll have a conference also, a presentation of a beautiful story by Paul Blanchard from PWC France and Zofi'a Redzisz from PWC Poland. Where are they? We can applaud them. They are here. And last but not least, we'll have why companies should support chess. I think it's a great question, by the way. It will be presented by Dan-Antoine Blanc-Shapira, which is a founder of Immopar Trophy, Sensation Agency, event organizer, and Professor Alexander Matros, who are Darla Moore School of Business, University of South California. Where is he? Carolina. Where are they? We can applaud them. They are here. Thank you very much. So with that, I stop there. I will let Ilker Pazarcioglu, who will take place here with presentation. We can applaud him. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Fred. Bonjour, everyone. I'm truly honored and delighted to be here today. First of all, I would like to thank Mr. Jean-Claude Moyin and Mr. Theodore Çorbacıoğlu for this kind invitation, and Mr. Etienne Mensch for technical support. Being part of this championship surrounded by great players and business leaders is both exciting and inspiring for me. I wish the best of success to all teams competing in this event. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ilker Pazarcioglu. I hold a degree in molecular biology and genetics from Boğaziçi University and an executive MBA from Koç University, Turkey. I have over 20 years of leadership experience in pharmaceutical industry, and I currently serve as a business unit manager for one of the leading Turkish companies, Ali Raif, responsible for the multiple sclerosis, hematology, and organ transplant portfolios in Turkey. I want to thank my general manager, Ms. Nihal Arslan, and deputy general manager, Mr. Özgür Özdilsiz, for supporting me here. Beyond business, I'm an amateur chess player who enjoys the game purely as hobby. I placed third at European Amateur Championship in 2022 and second in 2024. So my amateur status is officially confirmed. I'm also a member of FIDE Chess'in Education Commission. I'd like to focus on one question today. How can the systematic thinking in chess be used to create high performance in business? We'll explore this in 3 steps. First, we'll look briefly at the key similarities and the differences between chess and business life. And then we'll examine the characteristics of champions. What makes them special? What makes them inspiring? And finally, I'll share a bit of my own journey. I'm an adult improver. How I use chess as a lifelong hobby and some practical reflections for anyone who wants to get better at chess while keeping it just a hobby. So let us begin. Chess mirrors life in many ways. Just like people in an organization, every piece has unique strengths, limitations, and a specific role. The variety constitutes the richness of the game. Success requires excellent teamwork. Not even a queen can deliver checkmate alone. Success comes when the team is coordinated and focused on the target. Business leaders decide. Chess builds decision-making muscles. In chess, you train your mind the same way you train your body in a gym. Every game challenges your focus, your calculation, and your decision-making muscles under pressure. In today's business world, understanding the skills that drive high performance is essential. The World Economic Forum, known for its annual Davos meeting, regularly studies how work and skills are evolving. In their Future of Job reports, they highlight the most critical skills for the coming years: analytical thinking, problem solving, creativity, and leadership. And when I reviewed that list, I realized that many of these skills are naturally developed through chess. So chess is a training system for future-ready minds. And FIDE Chess'in Education Commission works to make chess an essential tool for learning. Our goal is to help children worldwide develop critical thinking, focus, and creativity through chess. Chess and business share the same thinking framework. In business, especially in marketing, we start by looking at the full picture: customers, competition, risks, opportunities, trends. We evaluate all factors, summarize them into SWOT analysis, and then we build our strategy and execute our actions. In chess, we do the same. We analyze the position, king safety, material balance, pawn structure, piece activity, and the nature of the position. Is it dynamic, strategic, or positional? Then we choose a plan and we play the move. The logic is identical. Both require structured thinking, analysis, strategy, execution. So the thought process we developed in chess directly strengthens the decisions we make in daily business life. One of the most important disciplines in business is project management, and interestingly, it has a lot in common with chess. Both require structured thinking, planning, resource allocation, and disciplined execution under time pressure. Just as chess has an opening, middle game, and end game, every project has planning, execution, and delivery phases. The structure and the mindset are the same. And the theme of strategic similarity continues. In business, we sometimes use tools like BCG matrix to understand where to invest and where to sustain and where to let go. So we focus our energy on what creates the most value. Chess works in a very similar way. For example, if your bishop is in the same color as your pawns, then it's bet, and look for the ways to trade it for your opponent's good knight. Up to this point, we've seen many similarities between chess and business life. Sometimes they are dissimilar as well. In chess, the world is very clear. There are two colors, black and white. Every turn, you must make a move, and the rules are fixed. They never change. This clarity is one of the reasons we love the game. It is structured, logical, and predictable in its framework, but business is different. In the real world, we don't operate in black and white. There are many shades of gray. Sometimes the best move is not to move. It is to wait, gather information. And unlike chess, the rules change all the time. Market shifts, technology evolves, regulations change. So while chess is a wonderful model for structured thinking, business requires navigating ambiguity, uncertainty, and constant change, and that's the beauty. Chess sharpens our mind, but real life demands adaptability. In this part, I want to talk about the characteristics of champions, what makes them special and what makes them inspiring. And speaking of champions, this tournament brings together truly exceptional grandmasters. We have players rated over 2600, and they are at the highest level of world chess. And being here in the same event as legends like Topalov, Kovalenko, Frezenia, Mossad, and Lamy, and having chance to speak in this environment is a very special privilege for me. Speaking of champions and intellectual brilliance, surprisingly, I saw Miss Alexander Kostainuk and met her in person. I'm very excited. Welcome, and Mr. Pavel. And I learned that Mr. Denis Hassabis is here, the founder of Google DeepMind and 2024 Nobel laureate in chemistry, is also here with us, and it feels truly special and great privilege for me to present this special people. When I was preparing this presentation and thinking about high performance, these names naturally came to my mind. Each of them represents a different style, a different journey. Yet they all share the same spirit of excellence, discipline, and relentless drive to improve. They have all one common theme: inspiration through mastery and determination. When we look at these four game names, Kasparov, Carlsen, Polgar, and Erdoğmuş, we see not only chess champions, but four different ways of inspiration. Kasparov represents innovation. He changed how the world prepared for competition. He used technology like chess-base long before its competitors, revolutionizing opening preparation. He inspired us by saying hard work is talent. Carlsen elevated the modern model of chess preparation, working with seconds, trainer, and technology at an elite level. He combines technical skills with physical endurance and strong psychology. He holds 125-game unbeaten streak in classical chess, a record of consistency and resilience. Polgar stands for breaking barriers. At age only 14, she made a bold decision, never to play in women-only events again. She entered open competition and climbed into the world's top 10, and she defeated 11 world champions. And Erdoğmuş reached 26:51 Elo at an exceptionally young age, one of the fastest climb in chess history, mirroring the early acceleration seen in prodigies like Carlsen and Kasparov. And when we look at great performance in chess, business, or any field, they share this common mindset. They don't obsess over winning or losing. They focus on what they can control: preparation, effort, and execution. They perform their best under pressure. This shifts from outcome thinking to process thinking is what sustains excellence over time. Kasparov says, every exercise is an opportunity to prove that I can go beyond my limits. These words reflect the true growth mindset of the champions. Champions don't fear limits, they seek them. For him, every challenge was a training ground to go further. This way of thinking is what keeps performance improving over time. In business, one of the qualities we value the most is resilience. Both of these photos tell a story of resilience at its highest level. On the left, we see the 6th game of 2021 World Championship. It became legendary. 7 hours and 45 minutes, 136 moves, the longest game ever played in a World Championship match. To put that in perspective, that's longer than most of us sleep. Imagine going to bed, waking up, and realizing they're still playing. Both players kept pushing for victory without losing focus. Judith Polgar, who commanded live, said that the game stayed balanced for 130 moves. That's the true definition of resilience, staying sharp no matter what the challenge is. And on the right, we see Erdolmuş in Grand Swiss tournament fight for 190 moves. It is the same spirit. Focus, patience, resilience, and the relentless will to win. These are what set a champion apart from the rest. On the left, you see a trophy I won last year at European Amateur Championship. As I said before, my amateur status is officially confirmed 2 times. Chess is a hobby for me, not a profession. I kept thinking about one question for a long time. How can someone get better at chess while keeping it just a hobby? Most of us are not full-time players. We have jobs, families, responsibilities, but still we want to improve, to see progress. And in this tournament, I see many white-collar professionals playing purely for passion. And I realized that even as amateurs, with structure and love for the game, we can keep getting better. So, how? When we think about high performance, whether in chess or business, we often imagine complexity, massive plans, advanced strategies, sophisticated systems. But in reality, the highest performance master simplicity. Simplicity doesn't mean doing less. It means doing what truly matters, doing it well, and doing it consistently. Let me break down into 3 principles. Do what matters. Don't spread your time and energy watching random videos, jumping from one opening to another, playing blitz endlessly without learning. Focus on what truly improves your game. For me, tactics and analyzing my own games with a trainer. Do it well. Simplicity is not laziness, it's efficiency. You don't need to study 12 hours a day, but the hours you study must count. You need sharp focus cycles, deep work, eliminate distractions. Think of the Pomodoro method. 30 minutes intense focus, 5 minutes rest, quality over quantity. Just a few cycles a day can transform your game and your results. And do it consistently. And here where the magic happens. One strong training session won't change your chess, but 100 small sessions over time absolutely will. Tiny steps lead to big outcomes. It is the same in leadership, career growth, fitness, even relationships. Anders Ericsson defined deliberate practice as systematic work, specifically structured, focused, challenging, and guided by continuous feedback aimed at improving performance. The key idea here is that mastery isn't a product of talent. It is the result of long-term, intentional effort. Malcolm Gladwell, in his book Outliers, later popularized the 10,000-hour rule, suggesting that time creates expertise. But Ericsson's research shows something deeper. It is not about how long you practice, it's about how you practice. Real progress comes from working at the edge of your comfort zone, focusing deliberately and constantly seeking feedback. On the right, you see a page from Noel Studer's chess training planner. It simply asks you some questions. What was the number one thing you learned today? How was your focus? What will you do better tomorrow? It is designed exactly with the principles of deliberate practice. When you answer these questions honestly, naturally set yourselves up to make the next session better. And this slide shows the power of consistency mathematically over one full year. There are 365 days in a year. If you don't improve at all, 1 over 365 equals 1. You finish the year exactly where you started. But if you get just tiny 1% better every day, 1.01 over 365 equals approximately 38. And at the end of the year, you're almost 38 times better. Big results don't come from big jumps. They come from small progress repeated daily. You don't need perfection. You just need to show up every day. Consistency compounds. Keep showing up. As I said, this is my last slide. As I said, we are people with full-time jobs, responsibilities, and we have very limited time. Yet, we love chess and want to grow in it. So, the question is, how do we time for chess? I want to share my personal method, 1626. What is 1626? As you can see on the screen, 16 minutes, 26 seconds times 365 days equals 100 hours per year. That means if I commit just small 16 minutes every day, I invest big 100 hours into chess in 1 year. Some days I don't even have 16 uninterrupted minutes, so I split it, for example, 9 minutes in the morning and the rest later, but I always finish it, and I still get that dopamine boost of completing something meaningful for me. I originally created the system for reading, and later I applied it to chess, and 16 minutes is small enough to start, but meaningful enough to build consistency momentum. Most days, 16 minutes becomes 25 or 40, but the rule keeps it simple and keeps me accountable every single day. So, for anyone who struggles to keep chess in a busy business life, my suggestion is simple. Don't wait for free time. Set your phone counter and create it consistently and focused one micro session at a time. Merci beaucoup, Paris.
Thank you very much, Ilker. Thank you very much. We can applause him. So, we have over time, but anyway, is everyone, because we want to make a participation with the room, do we have any, perhaps one questions? If not, yes, one question. I will let you the microphone.
Thank you. Thank you for the presentation. It was very interesting about to introduce chess in the companies. And I would like to know if you could share your slide after, because I have an idea for my...
you want my slides?
Yes,
okay,
for the HR in my company.
Okay.
I could serve...
I'll give you my
much.
presentation.
Okay, we can then applause again, Ilker, and we will get your slide, Ilker. Thank you very much. Thank you. So now, I will ask Olivier Roux to come with us. Olivier is the CEO of OCTO, and he will present us, the contribution of chess to the business world. I think it's a great subject, Olivier.
Hello everyone. Thank you for inviting me here. Thank you, Jean-Claude. I'm a CEO, but I am also a chess player, and I play for Asnières, so I'm really happy to be here today. So before diving into the subject, I would like to share a few words to introduce myself. I don't know, Etienne, if you can bring the slide. Anyway, so I led OCTO, a company I joined in 2009, and where I became CEO 3 years ago. OCTO is a tech company and brings all expertise from design to AI through engineering and cloud infrastructure. We share a lot of viewpoints and conviction for over 25 years on what shape technology. And right now there is something called AI, artificial intelligence, that's very important for us to decipher for ourselves and for our clients. And that in that context, through the UZ conference, I don't know if you see you see the slide, we have 4 conferences. And during the UZ conference, in June, I invited Kasparov to share a few words as a keynote speaker to explain what he managed to get from working with computers and how it helped him to become stronger. And it was quite a pleasant memory because, as I said, I'm a chess player. So in my slide, I had chess in between CEO and amateur because it could be weird. It could be weird otherwise. But it was quite a pleasant memory to bring chess in the business world and to explain how it could help to make decision. Maybe another word about myself before starting my talk. So I learned to play, like many others, a long time ago when I was a kid with my father. And I probably explain a lot of stuff, but I just realized quite recently when I had to prepare for today. So I must make some choices because I only have 10 minutes and we are already late. So I try to explain the 5 elements chess bring to me in that career path. The first one, for me, maybe the most important one is the ability to analyze, and I will explain that afterward. The second one is memory. The third one is preparation. The fourth is self-control. And the last but not least, the fifth one, is time management. To me, it's the 5 more important elements that help me to become better, I think, in my role of CEO today. So first, the ability to analyze. For me, it's way more important than decision making, because for decision making, in fact, results from the ability to analyze a situation. At its core, OCTO is a consulting company. And when you arrive at a client office, you don't know what you will find, obviously. And regardless of the subject of your assignment or the reason why you are here, it always starts with a phase of observation, a phase of analysis, and you have to also to analyze everything you can gather from the client, because you don't know the client, in fact. And you are looking for patterns. You seek to form an objective view of the situation so that you can best advise and make the right call for the client who asks you to do this assessment. And that's exactly what we try to do during games before playing a move. Assess the position, try to be objective, and for sure that's way more easier when it's not your situation you are working on. It's more difficult to be objective when it's your own game. In my case, I always feel I have the better position, so it could lead to some problem. But anyway, the ability to analyze and to be factual is for me the first really important point. The second strength for me is memory, because I started to play chess when I was a kid. I developed a lot of skills in the memory field. And that's particularly useful when you have to make a very quick decision. I'm able to remember subjects, dates, people, places and location where I met them. That's very, very useful to act quickly. And it saves me a lot of time every day because I don't have to look for all the information. I have that something in my mind. So to sum it up, for the two first points, my ability to act quickly is really based on first on the analysis and on the memory skills. Often people have a wrong image of a CEO's life. They only perceive the gratifying moments, the product launches, the partnerships, the financial results, the good one. But in fact, we spent most of our time doing two things: prepare for future, and the bigger part of my day is to respond to the unexpected, to all the problems that occur every day, and it takes a lot of time. So the third points I gather for this talk is preparation. As a company, OCTO has to adapt every day. It must change. If I take the example of AI I mentioned earlier when in my introduction when I mentioned Kasparov, we are in fact doubly concerned. Our employees must learn to use it and must learn to use it in the right conditions. I could talk a lot on that one. It's not so easy to use IA with the right conditions. And we are also led to advise our clients on how to use it, what they can do, respect IP, security, confidentiality, a lot of stuff. So it's not that easy. To be able to do this, we have to anticipate. It's not. I run a company with 700 employees. It's big enough to take time to change and to train people, to find the best, let's say, the best trainers, to discover how it works, to digest everything, and then to explain to our employees or our clients. So to do this, for that example, you have to think ahead, otherwise it won't happen when you need it. And maybe to give you the picture with chess, it's like to prepare for let's say for an attack. It's not. It won't work if your pieces are not correctly placed. If you don't control the square. If you are not, if you don't have enough pieces on the king, it won't work. It's exactly the same. It's like, let's say, in chess we would say prophylaxis. You have to do some move to prepare for the future, and as a CEO, it's part of my job, and it's difficult to do it when you have also problems to tackle. So with chess, let's say I learned patience, but probably that's the lessons that is not fully learned yet. I could make sometimes some stupid decision, and I regret when my opponent reply. The fourth point I would like to give you an example of is self-control. Because as I mentioned, there is not a day that goes without a problem or something quite unexpected. The more people you manage, so 700 in my case, not counting all my colleagues in the Accenture group, because OCTO is a subsidiary of Accenture. Accenture is 800,000 people all over the world, so you can imagine all the problems you can have. The more proposals or mission you have, so in my case again, we do something like 2,000 proposals for clients 2,000 offers for clients every year, and most of them turn into assignments for clients. So I'll let you imagine how the large scale of problem I can have, because for sure at some point something would go wrong. So even more than the preparation, what it takes time for me is the unexpected. It's quite essential to be calm. The more you are able to demonstrate self-control, to find resources under pressure, and the more time you gain in resolution, or even maybe sometimes you are able to turn into your advantage, to turn a problem into an advantage, the more time you save in the day. And the more time you save in the day for problem resolution, the more time you have to prepare for future. So that's very key, and it's clear for me that the thousands of games I play at all imaginable time controls. I started to play chess online with ICC, maybe something around 1995, 2000, I don't recall exactly. So the many games I play on the internet at all time controls have particularly helped me on that point, to be able to decide under pressure. And not also to mention that I'm able, probably it's the same for you, to remain focused for a long period. So I can be focused from all the day, even if I have back-to-back call during an afternoon, staying on my chair, and to have to do some context switching. I can stay focused, and that's probably because I play chess and in the longest time control games. Last but not least, the fifth one is time management. So to conclude, for me, the leading is about working on every time scales, from the immediate to several months ahead on many subjects, and I have to make choices. And so at some times I have to know where and when to invest my time. So it's exactly during a game. Sometimes you have to think at the very beginning of the game, or in critical position. It's exactly the same. The game is not unlimited, and you have to know when it's the moment to think. And at the end, take decision and have no regrets. Thank you all.
Thank you, Olivier. So it's a great pleasure. I think it's a great subject what you said. Do we have any questions in the room? Again, we are on a broadcast live on the European Chess Union's YouTube channel. So hi everyone to the fan. I cannot read you in terms of question, but if the room have one question, I have a question for you. You said about AI, so you know I'm deputy mayor, but I'm also working at Microsoft for AI, as you know. What do you see in terms of evolution of AI? You talk about today, but tomorrow?
I think that the most important part for AI is to be able to manage it, to manage when you use it. It helps you to gain a lot of time to gather information. Now we have to try to find a way to explain to our people how they can deal with that ton of information and not to lose every single minute they earned in the previous phase.
Yeah, totally agree. Okay, thank you very much, Olivier. We can applaud him
Thank
again.
you.
This is the end of the second conference. So the third presentation will be presented by the PWC team. We are PWC here. We can applaud them with Paul Blanchard from PWC France and Zofiia Redzisz from PWC Poland. The chair is yours. I'll let you plug in the HDMI, and during this time, again, I say hi to all our fans on YouTube. It's a great pleasure to have you. We have two more presentations. So this presentation will be a beautiful story. So I think we have a great story from PWC now. And after that, we will be able to finish by why companies should support chess. I think it's a great subject. So first, let's have a story of PWC France and Poland. Thank you very much. You can applaud them again.
Okay. So let's suggest you so I begin.
Okay.
And hello everyone, my name is Paul Blanchard. I am the captain team of PWC France on this chess tournament. We are very happy to be here. So I am with my colleague Zofiia, who comes from Poland, and also is also the captain of PWC Poland team.
Hello, everyone. Nice to be here again after 1 year. Nothing changed, but the chess colleagues are very welcome and very warm to us. So we are very happy to be here.
Absolutely, thank you. So just a very brief introduction about PWC in order to make a brief, a short story about it. So PWC is one of the world's leading professional services networks operating in over 115 countries. And also PWC France is across 7,000 employees in France, which is very huge. And also, I have decided, I was hired at PWC France something like almost 2 years ago, but less than that. And I also, as I am a chess player I am very little child. Since I am a very little child, I decided to create and to found with a friend the chess club of PWC France. And 1 month later, we decided to take part of this last edition chess tournament, and we meet PWC Poland with Zofiia and all of colleagues who are here, and that was the beginning of a beautiful story.
Indeed, it was very impressive when the French colleagues supported us during the last rounds, and we were third, to surprise to everyone. We are very, very happy, and we started cooperation. So it was not only the cooperation in the chess level, but we actually started the business cooperation, having regular calls and introducing our business to each other. So I am the leader of the more or less 500 IT guys who are providing the support for all PWC offices around the world. And I am looking for the new opportunities, and thanks to chess, I could offer my services to him. And it's how it started. Yeah. And what is very interesting to know is that we didn't have any way to know each other, even if we are working in the same group. We didn't know that both teams were going to subscribe to take part of the tournament. And we just met here in this room for the first time last year. And as Zofiia said, friendship and a very well collaboration business stories is what has been created. And we have a new surprise this year, because PWC Greece joined us, and same way we just met them today in the same place. So thanks to chess tournament, thanks to the main organizer Jean-Claude Moing, and thanks to you, Mr. Sitbon, PWC is going to be better connected through the chess prism and through the passion around the way to be very strategic and to have a very good time together between colleagues around the European continent. Thank you. And it is important to say that Paul has a very good initiative. So we have the Polish team, French team, and we have the mixed team, which is very important to us as the collaboration. And I think that working together on chess and having also chess lessons and collaboration in chess club that you grounded brings a lot of values. This togetherness, friendship, also being able to put ourselves in each other's shoes, which is our values in our corporation.
So thank you very much for allowing us making business, not sweeping business cards, but sitting at the chessboard and looking for the very good competition that is taking place here in Paris. Thank you very much.
I just will add, as a PWC group is very keen to promote gender equality, and as a passionate chess player, I decided to combine this goal with our common passion, which is a chess tournament, and also we hire one of the best French woman grandmaster, Demantée Dolité-Cornet, who will be part of the French-Polish team, and that's a very high honor for me and for PWC to have her as a team member.
Yes, we are very happy to have such strong teams, and we are looking forward for the competition today and tomorrow. Good luck to all the teams.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Yes, Jean-Claude? Something? If you have any question. Yes, do you have any question? We are here to
Questions are always important. That's what I wanted to say. So thank you very much. I think, yes, PWC is a very good group. You know, this year I don't play, but last year I was playing with my Microsoft team. It was like that. We have Microsoft Chess, we have Microsoft Poland, we have Microsoft France, Microsoft EMEA, and I think it's a great thing. And chess can link all together. Do you have questions for PWC? If not, thank you very much. We can applaud you again. Again, hi to all YouTube fans, because we are live on YouTube at this time. I will ask then to Dan-Antoine Blanc-Shapira, who is a founder of the Immopar Trophy Sensation Agency. He's an event organizer, and the professor Alexander Matros, who is Darla Moore School of Business University for South Carolina, to come on stage. We can applaud them. Thank you very much. Yes, of course. Of course. No, just next to him. You speak with him. With him? Yes. Because we have to start different presentations. Sorry? We have 2 different presentations. Ah, so one by one. Stay, because it's with you, and then you play. So for YouTube, I just said that we have detection with a screen. It should come shortly, because we have 2 computers, and okay, it's coming. So few seconds in time of pause, and we'll be back. I will profit of the time of these technical things to say to you that so it will finish at noon, at 12 today in terms of conference. Then we will have the tournament this afternoon. So this tournament will be not here in the town hall, because we are so many people right now. It will be in the Delage room, Rue de la Concorde. And then It will be also until from 1:30 p.m. Until 2:30 p.m. the welcome of the team. Then at 2:30 it will be the opening play areas and pairing. Then from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. today we will have the rounds 1 until the round 4. Then we have also the tournament tomorrow November 8th. At 9:30 a.m. it will be the opening of the playing hall. Then at 10 a.m. until noon the round 5 and 6. And then from 2 p.m. until 5 p.m. we'll have the round 6 until 9. And at the end, so I don't talk about for the YouTube fan here, but for people who are present in Asnières, we'll have then a cocktail and dinner at the playing hall at 7:30 p.m. So again, it's a great time at this time. Again, hi to all European Chess Union's YouTube channel fan who are with us. And now it's working. We have the slides, I think, I hope. And I let Etienne to finish that. But I will let. So we have two presenters with two different presentations, but it's on one big presentation. It will be one by one. Okay? So now we have. So it's yours.
Thank you, thank you. So, Monsieur le Maire, je vous remercie pour cet accueil, Madame la Sénatrice. Malcolm, it's a pleasure to see you. Eloi, Relange, président de la Fédération, ravi de te revoir. Eloi, merci. Jean-Claude, merci de m'avoir convié. Merci à toute l'équipe d'organisation, Etienne Menge, et tous ceux qui travaillent pour ce tournoi. I'm switching to English. So, why should corporations invest in chess? Let me introduce myself. My name is Dan-Antoine Blanc-Shapira, and I am the founder of an event agency called Sensation. And I have quite a history of chess and corporate sponsoring. So I'd like to share this with you. In 1986, a long time ago, I was 25, I created the first international game festival that brought together in the city of Cannes different mind games like chess, checkers, card games, Scrabble, even computer games. And by the way, Jean-Claude Moin, who's here, thank you, was one of the first visitors of this international game festival. The first year, we had 60,000 visitors. The second year, over 85,000, and the third year, 100,000 visitors. And this was completely funded by the city. And at that time, 1986, 7 and 8, the budget was approximately 800,000 French francs, not counting the people working from the city. So that would represent today roughly, I think, in today's euros, maybe 400,000, 500,000 euros for the budget. Now, in 1988, within the game festival, I decided to have a special event, which was the first world simultaneous chess game by satellite. And I convinced Garry Kasparov to come and play in Cannes. He had never come to France as the world champion. So I convinced him to come and play this very innovative game, because I would like to remind you that in 1988, we did not have internet. Today it would be easy. At that time, it was satellite communication. And Garry was opposed on a clock simul to 10 players, none of them facing him, each one in his own country. So we had a player in USA, Canada, England, Belgium, Switzerland, Italy, Senegal, Japan, Australia, and at that time, USSR. All the players were connected via satellite, and it was a clock simul, 3.5 hours for every player, and 3.5 hours for Garry for all the players. And very elegantly, he proposed to play 5 games with white and 5 games with black. For those who remember, the score, the outcome after 7 hours of game was 8.5 for Garry, 1.5 for the other players. We had no budget to do this event, and my manager of the city of Cannes said, Blanc-Shapira. Don't even think about it. So I went and found the sponsoring, and the sponsoring was approximately 2 million francs at the time. And I learned a very important lesson I would like to share with you. When you don't have money, be very ambitious. Because nobody wants to sponsor something which is medium or small. When you don't have money, look big, you find the money. And we found the money to have Kasparov play in this simultaneous chess game. After leaving the city of Cannes, I created the Immopar Trophy in 1990, which was the first spectacular knockout chess tournament, speed chess tournament, in the Théâtre des Champs-Élysées. And we had, on 4 days, 15,000 spectators. And the prize fund was, if I remember well, 800,000 francs, which today, at the current rate, would probably be something like 500,000 euros. Somebody can calculate maybe better than me. The event took place because we found the sponsor who paid for 80% of the event. The rest, 10%, was services we managed to find. And the second lesson I learned is that if you don't ask for money, ask for something that the companies can provide easily. So when hotels provide accommodation, when airline companies provide plane tickets, they don't have to bring money out from their pocket, they bring services. So we had another 10% of the budget that was services provided. And finally, 10% of the budget came from ticket sales, which in my opinion is not enough. We should aim in time to have 1/3 of the budget by ticket sales, but at that time it was not the case. The Immopar Trophy gave me the possibility to organize the Intel Grand Prix circuit. We used the same blueprint as the Immopar Trophy, but this time we had an international circuit, the first speed chess international circuit that started in Moscow, continued in New York, then London, then Paris. And we did this for 2 full years. And we had ratings for each tournament, and all the players got points for the global year prize fund. Now, of course, we managed to do this because we found a sponsor, which was Intel at the time. And by memory, Intel provided approximately $700,000 per city, plus the global prize fund, plus broadcasting, and I would say that the budget was in all something between 4 and 5 million euros. Now, the question, why would a corporation put up money to sponsor chess? It's a good question. And I think we can answer in 4 groups of answers. First one is the skills. So, Olivier Roux mentioned a few minutes ago that chess proved many powerful skills: thought, analysis, precise evaluation of situations, strategy, decision-making, managing pressure, memory, patience, risk management. You'll agree with me that these are very important values for corporations. They need this to promote these values towards the employees, and they're happy to identify their company with these skills. I would also like to add creativity, problem-solving, time management. And then some skills are directly linked to today's way of life. Concentration. Today, the average corporate manager has an average concentration level of 7 minutes. With a chess game, you can relearn to have deep concentration. And then deep thought. Today, even my employees, sometimes, as soon as there's a little problem, they ask ChatGPT. They don't think anymore. So you need the deep thought to come back to the company. So these skills are directly linked to the practice of chess. The second important group of answers is image. The image of chess is an image of prestige, luxury, elegance, refinement. So it's not just a tacky form of richness. It's more what we call in French la richesse intérieure, or inner wealth. Look at this advertising for Patek Philippe. Patek Philippe is one of the most expensive watches. And in fact, they can be very simple. They're playing on a chair in a park. I think it's the Luxembourg, I'm not sure. And they're playing chess because they have enough richness, inner richness, and a beautiful watch. So you have the luxurious image of chess. Sometimes it doesn't correlate to the reality of chess. But this is, we're speaking about image. And we say in communication that perception is reality. Also, when you sponsor chess, you have a way of covering the history of chess. It's more than 18 centuries. You are not just something that came up yesterday. It's a tradition, it's history, and it's important for companies to show that they will be here from the past to the future. Chess is also a symbol of sophisticated technology because we use technology at every stage. You use technology to learn chess, to play against the computer, to analyze, to practice, to interact, and even to watch games across the world. So technology is part of chess. Technology is not part in the same way as soccer or tennis, but it's intersectly linked to chess. Also, and this is good news, if you remember the chess game in the movie The Thomas Crown Affair with Faye Dunaway and Steve McQueen, which there was a remake afterwards with Pierce Brosnan and René Russo, the game of chess can also become an erotic love affair, an exchange, powerful. And the image has for a long time been a traditional image, but in the recent future, the image has become even more dynamic and even more modern. And this is a group of elements that have shown up. There was the COVID situation, there was the fantastic TV series, The Queen's Gambit, and online gaming developed. And this is something we could do even if we had to stay home. We could still play chess. And today, young generations of players, they are considered with influencers as rock stars. So we have the hype of playing chess. Today, in the NBA players, they play chess when they're not playing basketball. This is Wembayama, playing on Washington Square chess. So it's become very cool to play chess. And I think that today we can say that chess is the new cool. This was the second group of answer. Skills, image, now specificities of chess. Chess is an exchange of information. You can play it face to face, but also at a distance. Look at the World Chess Simul game we did by satellite. You don't have to be in the same room to play chess. We're free of time constraint. When you play soccer or tennis, when I send the ball, you have to send the ball back immediately. In chess, I can make my move and give you an hour, a day, a week, a year to answer. We don't have the pressure of time. We have the pressure of time when we have a limited time to play chess, but on the opposite, you can play at your will. There's other specificities. You can play chess by two, a simul with a dozen people. You can play a majority game against a whole country, or you can play alone on your phone or on your computer. So you have a choice of who you're playing against. You cannot play tennis against 100 people. You can play chess against 100 people. Age. You can play chess from age 4 to 94 and eventually to 104. And also, you can play a good game of chess between a young child of 7 years old and a CEO of 60 years old. And the game can be equal. And also, you can have tournaments for children. Look at the excitement of children tournaments, how proud they feel to participate and to feel responsible. Gender. Men and women are equal on the board. And thank you, Judith and her sisters, for demonstrating it. Diversity. Big or small, thin or chubby, valid or invalid, you can compete on an equal level. Affordable. No expensive equipment, just a chessboard or a computer screen or on your phone. You don't even need a phone. You can play with your imagination on chess. You don't need the equipment. So the very rich and the very poor can play together. Language. It's a universal language. No simultaneous translation is needed. Universal game. It's played all over the world on 5 continents. I don't know, maybe Malcolm can provide the unofficial score. What we talk about 600 million players across the world. And if you look at the internet platform like chess.com, they have nearly 200 million players registered. 200 million. Can you imagine? So, this was the third group of answer. The fourth group of answer are the specific advantages of chess. One of them is that you can bring chess inside your company. Look at here in Mairie d'Asnières, we can play chess. Maybe we can play chess in Olivier's company. So you don't have to go elsewhere. You don't have to go to the stadium. You can bring chess wherever you are, wherever your clients are. Chess is also a social activity that can bring back life to public gardens, to schools, to offices. We have a question, is how to bring back employees to the companies, to the office. Chess can be a good answer, as well as putting down the screens. I think we mentioned it, Eloi mentioned it earlier on. We're fighting against screens. Chess is a good answer. We use screens, but we can also stay away from screens. And finally, but not least, sponsoring chess is a lot more affordable than any other sport or activity that has that many advantages. For the price of a little sticker on a Formula One car or a little patch on the jersey of a soccer player, you can fund a whole tournament. So, to sum up the reasons for any corporation to sponsor chess, we have, as we have just seen, 4 answers: skills, images, specificities, and advantages. So the final question should not be, why should corporations invest in chess? But, what are they waiting for? So, sponsoring chess is meaningful, it's smart, it's a winning move. Thank you very much for your attention. And if you want to invest in chess, don't forget to call me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and you're totally right. First of all, AI had changed everything, and by the way, in Asnières, as you said, now in all parks in Asnières, we have board chess, where all people, children, families, and old people, and young people, everyone can play. Do you have any questions? Yes, we have one question. Please come here, because I have my microphone here. Sorry for that. A question from PWC, which is interesting.
We have a family of chess lovers, but this is a very big business to organize the tournament, and it's about money. What about the contracting and all this legal work? Is it a horrible journey, or you manage somehow?
Well, you manage, and it's common to every activity. So we need contracts. I still have the contracts of the player from the Immopar Trophy. I'm very happy to have the signature of Gary, of Anatoly, of Nigel. So we had contracts at that time, but you can't do anything without contracts. But it should not be the objective. It should be the starting point. And the objective is to dream around the chess game.
Thank you very much again. We can applaud him again. And let's continue with this second presentation, which is linked to the first presentation. So the stage is yours. And you can take the microphone. Thank you very much. Last one.
Okay, hello everyone. Yeah, you can hear me. Okay, so thank you very much for organizers. It's a beautiful venue, and it's great to be here. So my name is Alexander Matros, and I'm professor at Moore School of Business at the University of South Carolina in the United States. And my main research area is game theory or strategic decision making. And obviously, chess is a good example for a situation with strategic decision making. From game theory point of view, so this from theory point of view, chess is a relatively simple game, and this is kind of very easy to explain because you have just two players, and each player has just finite set of strategies. If you assume that threefold repetition would just go for a draw immediately. And then we can describe the whole situation as a sequential move game with a finite number of moves, and it's a game with perfect information, which means that you know what's happened just before you made your move. And from this point of view, we know that each player must have an optimal strategy. And then if both players use this optimal strategy, we can find an equilibrium. And then from game theory point of view, this is kind of end of the story. So this simple example, we have everything. Now from practical point of view, of course it's not so simple, because the question is how to find these optimal strategies. And players on this competition today and tomorrow will try to find these strategies. And people just try to do that for many, many years. And as you all know, it's very unsuccessfully. So, but in theory we know that we have solution, but in practice we don't know how the solution looks like. But today I'm going to talk about why companies should support chess, and it's going to be related with some of these previous talks. So first I want to give you some example from history. If we go back for maybe about 35 years ago, it was quite common that companies on Wall Street, they would hire very strong chess players, and these very strong chess players, they would work for these companies. So you can find some examples from the past. So I just put a couple of names: Joe Benjamin, Max Vlugi, Ron Henley, Max Ginsburg, and actually the list is much, much longer. And why these companies would do that? So these companies would try to hire these very strong chess players, because chess would be a very good signal which would show that these players, they're intelligent, so they can just think strategically, and this would be very, very useful for decision making. So this was the main reason why companies just did this in the past, and why they're still doing this right now. So I think this is a very good example, because many people really think about Wall Street is a dream, and you can see that this is just example from the past, which again, if you want, you can repeat. So then, again, if you look at similarities between chess and business, we can see that that we have competition, we have limited resources, we have foresight. But of course, if you look at differences, so in chess, the pawns, they actually know that they are pawns, but in business, this is not often so. So this is just would be a small difference which we see in these kind of situations. Then, Chess also, again, like as we saw in some of previous presentations, so this would give you a lot of collaboration. So, for example, each piece can have a role. So this is what we saw like in the very first presentation today. And success depends on coordination and timing. So again, like if you play a chess game, so you just care about your pieces, so you just try to coordinate them. So just like you do this like in timely manner. And the same is true if you think about like companies, they must do the same. So they have to balance like short-term goals and long-term strategy. And in chess, you can think about tactics and you can think about strategy. So this like all very, very related. And if you support chess, so this means that you can help to teach your employees to think strategically. You can think like several moves ahead, and this might be very, very beneficial for the company as well. So then we can also look at cognitive and behavioral benefits. And so you can build this like pattern recognition. You can again like you can build like focus. You can like build resilience. And again, this like some examples we saw already today. And chess would also encourage you to learn from past mistakes. And also this like very, very important for business, for companies. So here we can also promote concentration, and this is again like this like very important for chess and also for companies. Here again like we have like a lot of connections. And if you look at chess mindset, so this will just like show like reflection and adaptation. And if for companies we can just like use this approach, so this will be like also like very, very beneficial as well. So then, if you look at team dynamics and leadership, so then chess, in this sense, also kind of like mirror what we can see in business world. So this is just like all your pieces should work together. So this kind of like teamwork, and then leadership. So then each player or every piece would contribute to joint success. And leaders, they must think about risk, they must think about trust. So this is like everything what you can see for chess and for business. So this is like very, very related. But, closer, okay. Yeah, so, and then in chess, just like kind of like one more observation. When you make a move and you play your game, so colleagues, of course, cannot just like email you that you just like did some stupid move, you did something wrong. But in business world, you can see a lot of like this kind of feedback. So this is like where you can see a little bit of difference. And then also, let's say, if you think about recruitment and retention, so I started from an example from Wall Street. And this is something which we can see now as well. So like many companies, when they recruit potential employees, so they also look at like what this person can do as well. And very often chess might be a very, very good asset which can show that you can just like think strategically, you can be intelligent, and this might be just very good point on your CV, and this might be just beneficial for both for company and for the employee. And then how we can think about this like future, how we can think about like foresight. So if you look at markets, especially now, you can see we have like a lot of changes, and this kind of like can be very, very simple, very similar to like blitz games. So just like something when you have to make decisions very fast, and very often you have to make decision in like very uncertain situation. So here chess can be also like very, very helpful, because again, like if you play a blitz game, so very often you face this kind of like stressful situation when you need to make like fast decisions. And in the current like market, so this is just like, this might be something which is like very, very helpful. And good players, they might like help firm to anticipate what's going to happen on the market, and this might be like another reason why companies might be interested in chess players. And then just like to close that, because again, like as I understand, so I just was already like maybe minus 5 minutes. So chess helps to develop this like foresight and helps people to think strategically. And then this is kind of like final thought. So if your employees start to play chess, start to think strategically, so this is of course like very, very good. Unless maybe for some companies, if they start to think about like next race, and then you have to think like whether you want to do it or not. So this is just like very, very brief why we can think about companies and how this like chess can help them to hire people, and how this might be beneficial for companies as well. So thank you very much, and again, like if you have any questions, yeah.
One, two, three. Yes. Thank you very much. So, do you have any questions? If not, I just said to all European Chess Union YouTube fans who are seeing us at this time, thank you very much for you to have watched us. So we'll be back at 2:30 p.m. for the tournament. It will be the commentary provided will be by the former world champion Alexandra Kostoniuk and also the grandmaster Pavel Tregubov. They will be able to explain to you what's going on in terms of the tournament. Again, thank you very much. You can applaud again, and I would like to ask everyone, all the presenters, to come to a final picture. And again, see you at 2:30 p.m. Thank you.